Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this week's Frequency Intel. I'm going to be sharing the transmission and downloads that are coming through for us to support us this week. And I'm so excited to be able to share this transmission with you because I think we really need the support right now. I think there's a lot going on, and we're in this time of really being asked to revisit matters of the heart and of the mind. So we're kind of in a double space this week. And the frequencies that we are being given to work with this week are the frequencies of tenderness and home. The deepest kind of tenderness, the frequency of tenderness that you feel when you encounter a small child that is sad, that needs to be cherished and loved and supported. And it feels really potent that the frequency of home is coming in to help us connect into the frequency of tenderness. And that's not a frequency that we're often invited into in our world these days. And the frequency of home is really supporting us because what we're truly working with this week as we revisit these matters of the heart and the mind are the issues of the orphaned self, the parts of us that have been abandoned. And in our world these days, we are more connected than ever. We're connected through social media. We're connected in lots of different ways at this connection at a distance. And that's new for us. It's not historically how we have been in connection, how we have been in community. And that sense of disconnection is even more prominent, even though we have all of these ways to get in touch. So the issues, the matters that are coming up for us to really be present with are heart matters. Perhaps there is an old romance or an old partner that's coming back into your awareness, that's maybe even getting in contact. Matters of the mind where we have had experiences that have been unresolved, and we've been really, really good at not thinking about these things for maybe even years or decades, and they're coming back up to the surface now, not for us to relive them, but for us to actually be able to come to a completion, to resolve these matters, and to then activate the gnosis, the knowing of why we had those experiences, so that we can glean the innate wisdom from having challenging experiences in our lives. That's how we learn here on planet Earth. And we learn from delightful, beautiful experiences too, but we do learn at a really rapid pace, and we advance our consciousness when we have challenging experiences. And that's hard for the mind to wrap itself around. It wants to push those experiences away and hang on to the experiences that feel joyful, that feel easy. And so we are working with the energies of the orphaned self this week. And I want to invite us all to call in and connect with one of the goddesses that can really support us with this energy of tenderness, this energy of home, this energy of what we're doing is we're in this discovery process, and that's kind of the energy of the hunter or the huntress. And so I want to call in and invite the energy of Artemis to support us this week. the focus, the concentration, the clear-minded pathway to what we are hunting is our true nature, is our wholeness. And we can do that through this frequency of tenderness and bringing a vigilance to that tenderness, to remain in that tenderness when our historical norm may be to reject or deny or to move away from or suppress what is arising. And that can be really gently and easily done when we're in that space of home. So I want to invite you to discover for yourself what is home? What feels like home? Is it an internal space? For me, it's an internal space. And for me, it's also where I live, my home. And tapping into that space of that surrounding energy. It's an energy of nurturance that surrounds us. So let's all just tap into that frequency. It's here right now supporting us. I was very clearly guided to transmit this frequency intel from home today. And so this frequency of home, this frequency of gentleness, this frequency of oh, I'm safe, I can relax, is palpable. And one way we can drop into the frequency of home is to drop into our hearts. And so we are working with the heart chakra this week and in this time frame. And I want to remind us all that whenever you're encountering this frequency intel, whenever you're hearing it, the energy is present and available to work with these frequencies. So we're working with the heart chakra, and I want to share with you a couple of practices that I use to be able to really access that beautiful cave of the heart. And so one of the ways that we get a little sense of disconnection from the heart, or we can't quite feel the frequency of home, we can't quite feel the frequency of tenderness, it doesn't feel quite accessible to us, can often mean that our heart chakra has some things that need cleared out of it. So the first practice that I use to begin this activity, this connection point of connecting in and working with these challenging energies of the orphaned self, is to open the crown chakra. So the first thing that we want to do is open the crown chakra. And one very simple way to do that is to place your fingers back to back. So your hands are going to be in this shape, in this position, and you're going to place them in the center of your forehead with your index finger touching the hairline. And you're going to push in and you're going to pull apart. Just taking a breath. And then you're going to move up and you're going to move your fingers to your pinky finger touching your hairline, and you're going to push in and pull apart. And you're going to continue over the crown of your head in that same fashion, pushing in and pulling apart, pushing in and pulling apart, pushing in, pulling apart, pushing in and pulling apart all the way down to the base of your neck. You're going to shake off your hands, and you're just going to take a minute to take a breath. So what you're doing is you're making space, you're making room for energy to move up and out of your aura, up and out of your physical body, up and out of your chakra system. And that you can tell just by doing that, if you did that with me, how good it feels. It feels like a release. And that release so gently allows for the energy to begin to move. And then the next practice that we want to do is to understand that the heart chakra, as we are releasing all of these really dense energies, these really dense emotions, the pain, the sadness, the traumas that we've been through, as we're moving into revisiting these matters of the heart and the mind, we need, as we complete those experiences, we bring them to full completion so that we can glean the wisdom, the soul wisdom that we want to move into, the knowing that we want to move into. We also need to release the denser energies that we held in our bodies from those experiences. Now, we have a channel of release that I think of as a chimney. And that chimney goes in the back of our aura from our heart, and it extends up above our head into our Wheelakocha, or our soul star chakra, our 8th chakra. And that energy sometimes gets really dense, and it gets trapped in this channel of release from the heart up through the throat, up through the third eye, up through the crown, up and out, back into the universal stream of consciousness. That's how we're releasing these denser energies that are coming up from our earthly chakras, our root, our sacral, and our solar plexus, and the energies of our heart. So we want to clear this chimney of release. And how we do that is, first of all, we want to relax the back of our heads and shoulders and neck. So we're just going to give ourselves a beautiful, beautiful massage, self-massage up the back of our heads, get into the crannies and crevices of our necks, and to give ourselves a beautiful shoulder release, just with the intention to open the energetic field and allow the denser energies of pain, of disconnection, of feeling separated, of feeling abandoned, of feeling orphaned, of sadness, of grief, of loss. So once we've opened that energy field, then we're going to turn on our imagination. We're going to turn on our transpersonal senses, our ability to see, hear, feel, and know beyond the physical realm. And we're going to activate our healing hands. So the palms of our chakras are the extension of our heart chakra. These are healing chakras. And so we're just going to activate them by placing them together and rubbing. We're going to warm up our heart chakras and open them up. We can even clap a few times to really activate them. So now you can probably feel the energy moving through the palms of your hands more than you could before we rubbed and slapped our hands together. So we've activated our heart chakra. We've activated our healing hands. And what we're going to do is we are going to reach behind us into that energetic chimney, and we're going to grab a hold of all of the density, all of the material that needs to be lifted up and out to clear that energetic chimney. Before we dive into working with these denser energies of revisiting and completion. And so we're just going to reach in, reach behind you as far as you can. And if you aren't able to move your arms in this way, then doing this in your mind is actually equally as effective as doing it physically. But if you can do it physically, you're going to reach in, I'm going to turn so you can see. You're going to grab a hold of all of the soot, all of the density, and you're going to begin pulling it up and out and flinging it off of your hands. So when you reach back into this beautiful chimney of release, you're going to feel that density. You're going to feel the gunk. It's like a regular fireplace chimney that gets soot stuck in it because it narrows at the top, and that's how our chimney is configured. It's wider at the base and it narrows at the top, and so often these energetic densities get stuck in that chimney, and we need to actually come in, come up, and release. So just closing your eyes for a minute and reaching in either with your physical hands or with your mind and collecting up all of the density that's there and pulling it up and out. And I want to invite you to do this at least 3 times. And as you are reaching in and pulling up and out, you're going to feel the release like a whoosh. Wow, that really moved the energy. And if you focus your awareness on that chimney, now you can see it, you can sense it, you can feel it, is clear. The energy is beginning to flow more smoothly up through your heart chakra from your base, from your root, up and out and back into the universal stream of consciousness. So this practice of clearing the chimney is very profound way to release the density, especially when you are in the process of working with that internalized self and things get a little bit dense and you can't clear your emotional body, you can't quit crying, you can't quit ruminating. Your mind wants to ruminate and hang on to some density, some thoughts, some self-sabotaging beliefs, those sorts of things. So this is going to help you very naturally and gently, with such tenderness, clear these old heart wounds and thought processes that we took on that are harsh, the harshness of life here on earth. And so as we open the crown with this practice of clearing, opening our central and governing meridian and opening our crown chakra, we can connect into the energy of Artemis, this very strong and at the same time tender, loving, devoted to well-being energy of Artemis, and inviting her in to support us this week as we move through these challenging energies with the deepest, most loving tenderness that we can bring to ourselves this week. Clearing the heart chakra, opening the heart. And now that you have cleared your chimney and you have opened your crown chakra, I want to invite us into a very simple, gentle heart chakra clearing that I'd love to guide you through at this time. So just coming into the present moment and relaxing, letting go of any need to figure it out, to fix anything, to get it right. We're so programmed to think that there's some right or wrong way. And our way is the right way. So however you feel most aligned to receive this gentle, guided meditation for clearing the heart chakra, I invite you into that place, that space, that position, that knowing at this time, and to just begin to drop into that beautiful, gentle space of your breath. You can receive this heart chakra healing with your eyes open or closed. It's up to you. and to begin to open to receive healing for the highest good. To release any resistance that may be there in the subconscious or the unconscious. And to begin to open to the frequency, the transmission of gentleness. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Coming into this present moment and calling all of your energy into this present moment. Placing your awareness in the center of you. And opening to receive the gentleness of this heart healing. For your highest good. Tenderness and simplicity. And beginning to turn on your imagination, to turn on play. And see, sense, or feel your beautiful heart chakra dropping into the space of openness, dropping into the space of your core. And seeing, sensing, feeling what is present in your heart at this time. And whatever is present in your heart at this time is valid. Just the knowing of what is there from the gnosis, from the truth of the core of you. And connecting into your superconscious self, calling in, inviting your soul, your monad, to be here in this moment. Calling in and inviting, connecting with your team of light, the teachers, masters, loved ones, and angels that walk with you. Assembling your entourage of light all around you. Forming a circle of compassion. Of tenderness. Of mercy and grace. And surrender. Let go. Seeing, visualizing, placing yourself in the center of that circle of compassion, of your entourage of light. And allowing your heart to feel the tenderness the acceptance, the receptivity of what is, of what is in your heart, of what wants to be released and received. Of the parts of you that need to be reclaimed. The parts of you that were separated, that you may not even be aware of. Open your heart. Expand the parameters of your heart. And let go. And soften into the tenderness of the open arms of your team. And receive the limitless love that is here for you now. And as you release all that's been there, that's no longer serving you, can begin to allow the love, the tenderness, the acceptance, the compassion, the reverence into your heart. Gentle waves of true acceptance, of reconnection to the most vulnerable and wise aspects of you. Reclaiming your brilliance, your softness, and your wisdom. And allow your heart chakra to begin to feel full of the love that you are, of the acceptance that you are seeking, that you've been searching for your entire life. It's here for you now to choose. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am safe. And to invite this energy of tenderness to accompany you on your earth walk from this moment forward. As we move through these portals of revisiting the matters of the heart and the mind that have been unresolved. And this is the time for resolution and for recognition of your magnificence and your brilliance, your light, and your true mission. You're activating your inner mystic and opening to new discoveries, to life-changing discoveries. As you clear these unresolved matters of the mind and the heart, you're making space for new discoveries, for illuminated discoveries, for life-changing discoveries. And this is the transition, this is the portal of tenderness that we're in at this time. And I invite you to stay in this beautiful space of clearing the heart chakra, of healing the wounds of the heart, the wounds of the mind, the wounds that you stored in the crown chakra. And opening to receive the new discoveries, the new awarenesses, the new aha moments, and the preciousness of you. And allowing these energies to continue to accompany you on your journey. And when those difficult emotions, the difficult moments, the difficult memories arise, you now have a pathway to transmute and transform them back into love. Thank you so much for joining me for this frequency intel, for sharing your frequency and contributing to the technologies, the information, and the wisdom that is channeled through these frequency intels. I love you all profoundly, limitlessly, immensely, and unconditionally. And I will look forward to seeing you again next week on the new frequency intel, and we will continue to walk together through this portal of human evolution that we're in.